Well, hello everybody, it's Richard here, and it's a very happy new year and welcome to 2017. Well, I'd like to also welcome you to the new workshop and on the estate here. It's been quite a journey in 2016, one of the better years, I have to say. 2015 was quite difficult for me in a lot of ways, but last year things have really looked up, so much so that I now have a new workshop, which originally was the garage because I got a new car. So the old car, the Ford Focus, fitted in here quite nicely, but the new Ford Mondeo, the new version, is far too large, even though my original one that I had back in 2000 would have fit in here just. So I decided to make a decision to move the workshop from the smaller 6x4 into this larger space, which I'm going to give you a tour. But first of all, thank you everybody for commenting on all my previous videos. I haven't got back to everybody yet because I've just been so busy, not only with work-wise, with a new job, with other changes that have been going on in my life, and it's been quite a roller coaster. But this afternoon I thought I'd take the opportunity to take you round the new improved workshop and also show you what's some of the things that are going on as well, and what I've acquired since last year. It's over nearly a year ago. One of the things I like to give a shout out to is the Memory Lane Society, and the end of last year, as it now is called officially, I went to a Memory Lane event at the Artists Club in London, the Phoenix, and had a wonderful time there. And Brandon Shaw and the Rhythm Makers did a really good song and satirical, I suppose, of El Bowley, as we do every year. We celebrate that. It was nice to catch up with people. I always buy some raffle tickets, and I'm one of these people who never really wins at raffles, but I have to say I did win this year, and I left my tickets with Eric, a chap I met since I've been going there, and he came up to London to meet with me with my new office up there, and I took him out to lunch because very successfully I had won, if I get hold of it, the British Dance Band on record, which 1911 to 1945 by Brian Rust and Sandy Forbes, which is now out of print. But if you're a collector of 78 records and dance band records particularly, you'll love this. And so I was really chuffed, and so I thought, what more could I do but thank Eric? So I took him out to a restaurant just around the corner near Victoria, where my office is, and we had a really nice session. It was nice to catch up on other things as well. So without further ado, I'm going to play you some records actually I acquired. I was very lucky in that I bidded on a job lot of 78s and also some radios as well, and from near Faversham. And this lovely couple who were clearing a barn for their friend who wasn't very well. He apparently had a terminal cancer and was selling everything off, and they had little knowledge about any of the stuff that he was selling, or they were selling on his behalf, should I say. But there's some real gems amongst this group, and none of them are coming covers, but they came in a really wonderful record case, which I'll show you as well. So I've got some really lovely Hutchinsons, I've got some really lovely Carol Gibbons records as well, and I'm going to play one of those this afternoon because they are in really top condition. And so I'm going to play you one of those on the Columbia 118, which you know from a previous project group of videos I put back on the road after it was thrown in a skip of all places. And so that's been a real journey for me, really. So without further ado, I'm going to take Mr. GoPro off his new perch and give you a tour around. I apologise, it's actually pouring down this afternoon. You can hear the rain on the roof. I've also got some heating out here now, which is quite nice. So I've invested in a 4 kilowatt industrial heater, and that really keeps the chill off. But I've turned it off so it doesn't interfere with the sound on the video this afternoon broadcast. So anyway, so I'm just going to turn down my, I'm playing a bit of Gilbert Sullivan at the moment, so I'll just turn that down. I'm going to take Mr. GoPro off his stand here and then give you a tour around. So let's have a look. I've been doing a little bit of work on a Roberts Rambler radio as well, which has developed a few crackles and that. So you can see here it's all laid out. I've given the fascia a nice good clean, and also the knobs and that. So I'm in the middle of fixing that at the moment and testing out things rather. It runs on one of these large 9-volt PP9 batteries, and I've just the switches on these things always seem to wear out and or wear, so they're push buttons, as you see. So I've used some Servasol cleaner and also a very small amount of oil, not to get into the contacts but just to help it a bit. And because they always face upwards, all the dust and dirt, all the gunge tends to get inside, and so it's been, you know, I've given it a really good clean, and that seems to have helped matters actually. So that just to mention also when passing, look at this. I've the Essential Collection Alboli. Now this didn't come off the internet, this wasn't in a record shop, this was in my local charity shop, and I just saw it on the stand. I thought, no, I'm dreaming, I can't possibly see an Alboli in a charity shop. But yes, it was in the Dr. Bernardo's, and so I've obviously, it was only 49p, they were doing a special offer, and it's in really good condition. I would play it, but unfortunately my friend Mr. Denon is actually playing up this afternoon, so he doesn't want to play anything. It may be the weather, the damp in here may have got to the stylus, I think, on there, because he normally plays. Mr. JVC's been working well, though he has a slight aerial problem in here because we've got a steel roof and I think it blocks the signal. But the Technics C cassette player has been working well, so that's another good positive. But I've still got some work to do on this, and but I just thought I'd mention this because it's a really nice cassette and CD, sorry, and 2 CD set and some really nice songs on here, well mastered as well, so they come over well. But I was going to play that, but I can't. However, I will be playing another record by Carol Gibbons. But here we are. So this, of course, as you can see, if I just turn slowly, there's the garage door where the car would have normally come in. And what I've managed to do is I actually built in some surfaces. This bench here, I purchased. This is a larger bench. My original bench was this kitchen unit here, which I've had quite a few years, and then what I've done is built that into the bench, and underneath I can store all my radios and other items there that I've refurbished over the years and really don't want to get rid of, so I've held on to those. And then I've got an additional here, another good saw waiting to be repaired. This is a later model than the 1960s one, which has got a pride of its place of its own, as you'd expect, along with a few friends as well. Robbie's up there still. And then all the paint stuff goes in the bottom. I've then acquired a couple of stoves here that I've recently had. We've had a bereavement, so I've been collecting bits and pieces from that as well, so they need a bit of looking at before I switch those on. In the corner there I've got this case. This is the case. Let's show you. This is the red case. I think I put this, I really should have planned this better. This is the red case these records came in, and this actually opens up, and they were just in here. As you can see, it's in quite a state with a bit of damp got into it, but nice all the same. I'm not sure what to do with it, but heavens, I'm sure I'll find a home. The records are here, they're in quite good condition, no covers, so I've got to buy some. You'll notice that they're on the red label, which was the highest standard that HMV did. So there's Leslie Hutchinson records here, and also some Carol Gibbons. We've got Charlie Kurtz here as well on the Decca. So a really nice collection actually. As you can see, I've got some nice shelving up. There we go, really looking nice. Even my clock there. Got my speakers up. got some extra shelving, toolbox, even, look, even carpeting. We're fully carpeted here, so with lino and some red carpet, so even the bikes coming out of the bike shed now, and that's just the mowers in there. And then we have the Columbia 118, and on the turntable we've got Broken Record, Novelty Foxtrot by the BBC Dance Orchestra, and of course we know who that is. That's Henry Hall. So without ado, I'm going to switch on and let you enjoy this fine recording. Well, there you go. I always find it quite amusing that it's the band were able to reproduce the sound of a record getting stuck, and also, of course, slowing and getting faster, which is quite good really, considering that's what gramophones often do, don't they? So there we go. That was Henry Hall and A Broken Record. On the B side, there's the B side's got on here, Music Goes Round and Round and Comes Out Here, which is quite a nice record as well, and we'll perhaps play that at another time. But some really nice little gems. I haven't played them all yet from the collection, so if I find any others that I think would really be worth playing, of course I'll let you do. There's some even 4-in-1s here. I've had 4-in-1s before and they're really quite nice, and this one is Carrying It Back to the Green Pastures by Fred and Leslie Douglas, who are quite famous as well. I mean, there must be at least 20 or 30 records amongst this lot, and I just, I was in record heaven looking through these when I got back. The whole lot only cost me £25, and that included this gramophone here, which is another Columbia 118, but it's actually had a bit of a hard life, as you can see. It's been mucked around with, and that's not the original tonal, not that I have mine, but so that will need a little bit of playing with as well. There's also some Decca needles here, not sure what size, I think they're loud ones. So that's that one, and then on top of that there were some other bits. There's a Roberts radio there, and also a Philips, full small Philips battery operated record player, and a nice Columbia gramophone, case gramophone underneath. There's a cassette deck there, a Sony, which is quite nice, which actually still had some music on it from the 70s. And then in front of that there's an HMV radiogram, which I need to have a look at as well. So I haven't really had a chance. Plus, oh yes, plus there's two very nice valve sets from the 40s and early 50s with Bakelite cases, one Kosovo and one Bush, which is quite nice. So they're in sort of within work in progress really. So plenty to get on with. Plus there was this lovely little Pi here, which is a small amplifier set, still with its ever-ready batteries, which I've looked on eBay. People buy these, would you believe? So, and I've actually bought a conversion kit for that. So I haven't powered her up yet, but I've had one of these when I was a lad. We used to get these thrown. I used to attend something called jumble sales then, they were called. People used to throw out their stuff. I used to have a series of these radios and always saved up, because the high tension battery was always the most expensive. This big one here was quite a lot of money then. The low tension, which runs the filaments and that, was okay. You could get that one quite reasonably. But of course they've not been produced for over 25 years now. So I'm looking forward to it. The nice thing about it is the aerials in the lid. And so I remember I schooled out in Germany and took one with me. Once the batteries were good enough, of course you couldn't get them out there, so I'm afraid I converted the whole thing into a crystal set. Ouch, you'd probably say. But anyway, I'll be able to have a look at that over time. But I just thought I'd give you a quick snapshot really about how things are here. And as you see, the 118 now has its own pride of place. Plus I'm still working on the Hamburg gramophone here, which was last year's raffle prize. I will get back to that. It's got a pride in place there. And some of you may know from social media, I've now acquired a Victor VV